When we need money and a guy walk in with it, whatever, we give him scopolamine. We sit him down and start touching him, or we swipe his nose and he goes dumb. Devil's breath, aka scopolamine, can it really zombify you? The substance has been blamed for thousands of crimes in South America. Now there are reports of incapacitating drug being used in street robberies in Paris. From use by Nazis to obstetricians, it certainly has a colorful history. One of the most enduring hoaxes you might hear in a backpacker hostel is that the drug-soaked business card. Someone hands you their card, and the drug is instantly absorbed into your skin. You fall into a zombie-like state where you will do anything for your attacker, from empty out your bank account to pull a trigger on someone. Just as we used to rob men, men used to rape us. Colombian's devil's breath, the most dangerous drug in the world. The drug is burundanga, or scopolamine, derived from nightshade plants. And there are countless stories about how criminals in Colombia and Ecuador use the drug, which is said to remove a person's free will, to assault victims or rob them. It is also known as devil's breath and has been described as the world's most dangerous drug. It's hard to know which are urban myths and which are genuine. The U.S.'s Overseas Security Advisor Council warns travelers in Quito about the dangers of falling victim to scopolamine attacks. The unofficial estimates say this figure is from 50,000 scopolamine incidents every year. Now, according to reports, the drug has been used on dozens of victims in Paris, and 3 people have been arrested. 2 women had encouraged their victims to breathe in the drugs, then got the victim to take them home where they stole money and jewelry. You get these scare stories and they have no toxicology, so nobody knows what it is. When we need money and a guy walk in with it, whatever, we give him scopolamine. We sit him down and start touching him, or we swipe his nose and he goes dumb.
Welcome to Bogota, Colombia. We're here chasing after the most dangerous drug in the world, burundanga. Burundanga is the source of scopolamine, which is basically like the worst roofie you can ever imagine, times a million.
1 gram of scopolamine is like a gram of cocaine. If it's the same shit, it has the same density, weight, and look. But with 1 gram, you can kill up to 10 or 15 people. Kill. Whatever they put in the drink started to have its effect. I also remember that we were dancing, and at around 2 a.m., what happened after that? I don't know what happened. I have no explanation. I can't say I did this or I did that. Nothing. Nada. My summation of burundanga or scopolamine or devil's breath is that it's been around since pre-flood. They were probably using it on the ritual sacrifices. And since it grows from the earth, that would be something that would be handed down generation to generation on how to make it. So this is like bloodline alchemy. The Brugmansia plant found in Colombia is the source of burundanga, also known as devil's breath. It sounded pretty frightening. A young woman walking through Woodfield Mall in Schaumburg is approached by a stranger who blows on her ear and neck. Moments later, the 22-year-old shopper feels dizzy and lightheaded. She reports the incident to mall security and police, who look into it but can't find the man or evidence of anything criminal. But the word of the incident last week spread quickly over social media, including our own Everything Schaumburg Facebook group. There, similar accounts were told, some involving as many as 3 men. Parents were admonished to keep their daughters from going to the mall alone, Warnings were issued about beautiful young girls being abducted, never to be seen again. And words like scopolamine, burundanga, and most ominously of all, devil's breath, were tossed out for public consumption. So what exactly happened at Woodfield? We can't yet say for sure. Schaumburg police tell us they're still investigating, so we tried a little online sleuthing. Similar accounts of criminals using mysterious similar substances to incapacitate unwitting victims and then robbing them, or worse, have been reported in recent years from places as near as Kansas City and as far as Australia and South America. Most revolve around the so-called devil's breath, a substance also known as burundanga, product from a plant common in Colombia. The odorless, tasteless, white powder has been described as the world's scariest drug. According to the website drugs.com, ingestion can lead to hallucinations, frightening images, and a lack of free will. Amnesia can occur, leaving the victim powerless to recall events or identify perpetrators. Been linked to crimes around the globe. The London-based Telegraph newspaper reported in 2015 that 3 were arrested in Paris on allegations they blew devil's breath into the faces of strangers who would fall into a zombie-like state, making them easy marks. Police in the Spanish resort town of Marbella investigated reports last year that tourists were given devil's breath, then were robbed. And in 2014, the U.S. State Department warned tourists that the drug was commonly used by criminals in Colombia, leaving victims unconscious for 24 hours or more. Unofficial estimates put the number of annual scopolamine incidents in Colombia at approximately 50,000 people per year. So should we be worried that devil's breath has made its way to the suburbs? Based on what we know of the Woodfield incident so far, probably. Sergeant Christy Lyndhurst tells us the man who blew on her, Lyndhurst said, did not wait to see if she fell unconscious. He didn't touch or talk to her or even stop after they crossed paths. If some motherfucker blew on me, that will be your last breath. That's all I got to say. I hope everybody listening to this video takes this as a cautionary tale. I know people want to get out and go on vacation and whatnot, but please be very mindful of where you go. Organ trafficking is a thing, so please be safe, be alert, be wise as serpents and gentle as doves.
He kidnapped young girls and kept them chained to give blood. Blood for her to bathe in and drink. And she bit them everywhere.
No.
And then she pushed white-hot pokers into their faces. And when they parted their lips to scream, she shoved the flaming rod up into their mouths.